Hey my beauties, welcome back to my channel. So today I am finally filming what has been so highly requested. A lot of people just have so many questions because ever since on Instagram I posted my 6-week transformation, everybody has questions. Everybody wants to know how I did it. So I don't want to make the video too long because there's a lot of info I want to give out to you guys. So of course I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it. But before we do, if you guys are not part of the Birdie family, what are you guys waiting for? Don't forget to subscribe. That way you guys join the Birdie family. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. But without further ado, my loves, I'm gonna go ahead and just get started with the video. Before I jump into it, I know I have so many questions. And because a lot of the questions were very repetitive, I'm just gonna basically just go and walk you guys through my whole entire process, and anything I don't mention that as far as like what I don't eat, drink, wear, or use is because I did not use it at all. Whatever I mentioned in the video is exactly what I did for my 6 weeks. So if you guys don't hear about a certain supplement or a certain waist trainer or a certain, I don't know, anything that you guys can think of, is because I did not use it, take it, drink it, ate it, or whatever, you know? So that's that. But anyways, let me go ahead and now walk you guys through how it all started. Just to give you guys a quick little update about my history with fitness is that obviously you guys know I've always been very into fitness. I love it. It's my way to relax. It's my way to escape stress, everything. Like I just honestly really love going to the gym, and I love seeing the changes that my body can do. It just really amazes me, you know? So I've always loved it up until July of last year. I stopped. I only think I went back to the gym like twice or 3 times at the most, and one of the main reasons was because of my surgery. I stopped going because I wasn't able to work out, and then after that something super huge in my life happened that I would just not talk about, but it really brought me to a really dark time last year. And from there I did make myself come out of that dark spot again. But because I was in depression, the way that I work with depression is that I just want to eat and I don't want to work out. It's like the last thing in my mind. I don't care what I'm eating and how it's gonna affect my body or anything. I don't know why, I just always block that. So for me it was really hard to come back from that moment and just find myself again, why it was that I had started my whole fitness journey. So it wasn't up until, I want to say, like after my pilot launched, that I was obviously such in a good place in my life. I was so extremely happy with my life already. I was in a good place. I was already going to see a therapist and everything. So I was already having like a good balance, and then I found myself kind of wanting to go back. And the only struggle I had was finding that balance of like trying to make myself be committed to the gym again, going 5 times a week, and then also just food. I mean, it's the holidays, you just want to eat, you know? There's a lot of like good ass food, you know? So how can you not eat the good food, you know? So it was really hard in that sense of just finding myself going back into a routine. So it wasn't up until January where I had already reached out again to Christine, which is my coach, my nutritionist basically, where she just gives me like my macros and tells me what to eat basically. I had reached out to her and I told her what my new goals were. They completely changed from what I was doing already last year. So we sat down, we talked on the phone, we came up with a plan, and she was just kind of like, you know, if you can't seem yourself to be committed to it, just take it, you know, one day at a time. And I was like, okay. So then I already had my macros and basically my goal sheet of my foods and everything, you know. And then it came down to the part where now I need to figure out my workouts and what to motivate me to go back into the gym. And the way that I made myself be forced to that is if I'm actually committed to something. So the way that I did it was I joined a challenge. And if you guys know about Katie Hearn on Instagram, you guys know that she, for me personally, she's like, wow, you know, like she's a huge inspiration for me as when it comes to like fitness and stuff. And I had just recently had seen that she was gonna be doing her winter challenge, and I don't know why I just happened to see it the day that she had announced that she was bringing it back. I guess after she had her baby, she wasn't doing any more challenges, so obviously I completely understand that, you know. And so it wasn't up until like now that she was like, I'm deciding to do it again, but I'm only gonna be accepting a limited space for this challenge. So that's when I was like, I think this is it. I think this is what I need to do so I can be committed to the gym, going back to the gym and everything, you know? So sure enough, I wrote it in my calendar, I signed up, and I was pumped, you guys. Like, I was so excited. I just wanted to have somebody there checking up on me, and or at least just have a mindset, because I wasn't really doing it for the actual challenge or the prizes or anything. I just wanted to know in the back of my head that somebody's gonna be checking up on me, you know? So I need to be showing a little bit of improvement every week, you know? So that is the reason why I joined and why I did it. And let me tell you guys, that with my coach, that's basically the huge transformation right there. So then from there, once I had my macros, my meal plan, and then now my workouts, because Katie mainly like focuses just on that. She does give you also like some macros, which I found it very interesting because they were very similar to the same macros my coach had already given me. So you could just do this on its own with Katie, but with Christine, the advantage that you have is that she tells you specifically what meals to eat every single day and what snacks you should be eating and everything. So she kind of pretty much tells you already like your go-to menu. As far as with Katie, she just gives you the macros and you gotta figure out what foods you want to eat, you know? So that's the only thing about Gauge Goal Training that I love, is that she already tells you exactly what foods you can eat, and you kind of base it off of like, you know, telling her what foods are your favorites, so she knows what to put in your meal plan. For me, obviously I did a custom meal plan, but she also does have like the 6-week shred plan. So if you guys want to just go for a quick, easy 6-week shred plan, then that's easier option. But if you want to pay a little bit extra so you guys can customize it to your own liking, your own preference, then of course I suggest then go with the custom meal plan, right? So yeah, so once I had my foods and my workouts, I was pretty much ready to roll. My macros for this time were very different because they were a high carb. I didn't want to just be losing weight and also fat loss. My whole main goal now was just to do fat loss, just fat loss. I didn't want to shred a few pounds, nothing like that. I just wanted to drop my fat percentage. So there's a huge difference between weight loss and fat loss. A lot of people thought that I was just doing it for the weight loss, but I really didn't care about my weight. I've always, from the beginning, have weighed the same. So up until now, I still weigh the same. The only difference is I dropped inches from my body, and my body fat percentage, not to mention, dropped drastically. And yeah, basically that was my main goal, you guys. So my macros from how I was eating last year were completely the opposite. My fat and my carbs went up. My protein stayed about the same. And so basically I just was having a hard time trying to meet my carbs. As hard as I could, I mean, as crazy as it sounds, it was actually a really difficult thing to do, to try and meet my carbs. Like, it was a lot of carbs. And I never thought I would be saying this because I love carbs, you know? But it's because my main goal was just that I wanted to drop the fat percentage, but still maintaining my curves, and at the same time kind of trying to grow a booty, because obviously you guys know I wish I could have a big booty, you know? That is why I completely changed my whole goal. After week 1, that's when me and my husband just started cooking our own foods at home, and we just pretty much ate the same exact thing almost every day, if you could think of it about it. I know a lot of people have questions whether or not I stopped eating conchas, tacos, everything. You guys know, you guys have seen it on my Instagram stories or my Snapchat, that I didn't stop eating that stuff. I wasn't even eating it every single day, but I would have it as a meal or a snack once a week. That was just it. I didn't deprive myself from eating foods that I still love, you know, because it's still hard, you know? And according to Katie also, she was saying that it just motivates you to continue to work out, or to continue being on track rather than just fall off completely. So she said that it just keeps you going, and it's a motivation for you to look forward to that meal or that snack every single week, I guess. So I would change it up every single week what my meal was gonna be. Sometimes I would have conchas, sometimes I would have tacos, sometimes I would eat out at like really bad restaurants, you know, fast food or whatever. But for the most part, I was still very consistent with my foods. You know, for the most part, Monday through Friday, I was always being like very super clean about everything. And I just continued that meal plan up until the 6 weeks, you know? So nothing of that changed. Towards the 3rd week, I wanna say, is where it started getting really hard for me, because that's when I came down to, I had to travel. And I went to Hawaii, and it was so hard to keep track of my macros, because obviously you're not at home, you're not cooking your own foods, and you gotta figure out like what you're eating at restaurants or at the hotels. is exactly almost the same or not. Like, it's a little bit more harder to track. So with me traveling, it got a little bit hard in the 3rd week, and also because there was not a whole gym equipped with all the things that I needed to go and do my workouts. So it was like a point where I could have just fallen off, or it was my moment where I'm noticing that if I'm really that determined, and I continued, you guys, obviously because of the fact that obviously Katie kept checking up on me. So I continued it. So when I came back, I was like, nope, I need to like pick myself up together and just continue doing what I'm doing. Do not give up, I kept telling myself. And so the 4th and 5th week were pretty much as the same thing when I first started. I just kept going, being consistent. And then finally, like, it was the last week, and I was like just so excited to just see my final photos, because I hadn't been comparing or anything. I had just been taking my photos every single week, but I didn't want to put them side to side at all, because I was just like, I just want to get that wow factor on myself. So pretty much I waited until like literally I finished the program, the challenge, and then that's when I put my photos side to side, and I was just like whoa. And it obviously now it motivates me even more, you know, so I want to continue doing it even more and see where it takes me now in the next 6 weeks. A few things that were different from the meal plan that I did do was in the mornings, every single morning, I was drinking my apple cider vinegar. This is the brand that I use. It's just organic apple cider vinegar. This is the one that I use, and I just do 2 tablespoons, fill it up with an 8 ounce of water, and I just drink it in the mornings with a straw, because they say it's bad for your teeth. I do know that if you do not absolutely like this, drinking it, Masi Arias, I don't know if you guys know her on Instagram, but she's another like fitness person that I really love and look up to, and she's a friend of mine. She has her own supplements, and she actually has pills of apple cider vinegar just in case you absolutely cannot drink it. So she has some pills if you guys wanted to look for an alternative option. She has the pills, but basically the reason why I was doing this is because it really helps with a lot of the water weight, and it also helps with your heart. It really does amazing shit to your skin too, not to mention, but overall it's just a really great way to kind of also wake up everything in your system, digest properly. I don't know, there's a lot of things online that you guys can look up why you guys should be drinking apple cider vinegar in the mornings, but I continue doing it. I only stopped for 2 weeks just because they say that you should do it for 2 weeks and stop. I don't know, something like that. So the way that I did it was the first 2 weeks I started drinking it, stopped for 2 weeks, and then the last 2 weeks I started drinking it again. So that's how I did that. As far as supplements, the protein that I was taking was from Katie's brand. This is Alaninu, I think that's how you say it. But this is her whey protein. I was taking the Fruity Loops, which I did already finish, and then I just literally finished this yesterday. The pancake brunch, which is also delicious. I love these because they don't have like that like ugly taste, you know, that other proteins have. But I love her proteins, you guys, like they're so good. And then the other thing that I sometimes would have, just in case, like let's say in the middle of the week it wasn't the day that I was supposed to eat my cheat meal, but I had those cravings, obviously I did my protein coffee. You guys know that I love my protein coffee, which is why I have this shirt now. So if you guys want to get it, I do have a bundle with them where you guys can get a Fit Birdie shirt and your protein coffee. But I was still drinking my protein coffee as far as like what is supplements, because this is considered still a supplement since it does have protein. Other than that, that was pretty much it as far as supplements. I didn't really take anything else. Katie did recommend me to take creatine, I think that's how you say it. I didn't, and I was just like, okay, this is not for me. I didn't take any pre-workouts or any BCAAs. I didn't take any of that. The only thing that I would wear to the gym was just my regular gym clothes, which was just a sports bra, top, leggings, and my sneakers. That was it. I didn't wear no waist trainers, nothing fancy like that. I should have worn gloves because, oh my god, you guys, my hands are like so ugly now. Oh, they hurt. Look at these, they're so ugly. But that's the only thing that I regret not doing. I did commit to drinking lots of water every single day. Like, that is a must, you guys. Like, that is just the #1 thing before any food, you know? Like, you need to like really hydrate yourself. As far as my workouts go, Katie had us do on Mondays upper body work, and then Tuesdays we had lower body, which is the legs and glutes, and then Wednesdays we had upper body with abs, and then Thursdays we had lower body again, and then Fridays it was just basically in a full body workout. And then as far as my cardio went, I first started out doing the first 2 weeks 3 times a week cardio, and then from there it went up to 4 times a week, and on the last week, because I wanted to give it my all, I did 5 times cardio. And as far as my cardio, the way that I would do it was just I would put it on incline at 15 all the way up, and I would just walk between 2 and 2.5 of a pace. I wanted to do 3, but my heart was just like, so I would just try to take it slow, because I wasn't trying to like I said, lose weight. I wasn't doing like crazy stupid like intense cardio. Like that for me honestly is not my thing. Even doing this type of cardio was like like I would just dread. And I would only do a maximum of 20 minutes of just cardio. That was just it. I would just walk for 20 minutes and that was it. On the last week I did make it go up to 30 minutes, and that's because Katie told me to. But I was just like, I would do 25 and then walk for like 5 minutes, just like not on an incline. So it was just like, for me 30 minutes is like a lot for cardio. So I wasn't trying to do as much cardio, but it was just mainly like a little bit, you know? And it wasn't something like so hard for me. So it was something that I was able to commit to doing cardio. And that is pretty much how I did it this 6 weeks, you guys. There's nothing else to it. There's no magic pill. There's no magic, nothing. Like it's just literally busting your ass in the gym 5 times a week, eating healthy. You can have a cheat meal, but that's about it every single week, but no more than 1, you guys, and you'll see results. So that is pretty much it. I know a lot of people also had questions about, is that can you have the same results by doing the workouts at home? And my answer is honestly, I don't know why. I just don't think I would have the same results if I was just at home working out. Like I feel like personally I needed the really heavy weight to be able to be where I'm at right now, just because at home, like there's just only so much that you can do with your body. I know like there's some people that can really transform their bodies at home, like, but I feel like because of my goal that I had, I don't think I could have done it at home. So I needed the big weights, you know, and all the machines that I needed. But of course, if your goal is to do weight loss, I think that you could definitely do something at home. I do also have the big question about beginners, that if you just want to start getting into the whole fitness and everything, my biggest advice for people, even I tell this to my closest people, you guys, is that first, don't get into the gym and start going crazy with weights or anything like that. Start out slow. I would say take 20 minutes every single day just to walk around where you live, walk at the park for 20 minutes. Just make sure that you're being committed to doing something at least for 20 minutes every single day. It doesn't have to be just, you know, at home, you know. As long as you're finding yourself being committed to doing it every single day, then you're already on a good path, you know. And then as far as when it comes to foods, try to just make wiser choices. Don't just go straight into eating super clean, because I have seen my mom do this a lot of times where she just goes straight into it and she falls off. Like you can go gradually building up your meals little by little. Don't just cut out every single thing out of your life, because then your body's just gonna go into probably shock mode and it's gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing, you know? And then that's when you fall off, honestly. So I've seen it a lot of times, not just in my mom, but also my dad and other people, and it just never works. So definitely suggest start out slow, start cutting things little by little out, and then just build yourself up there, just so you can get to the point where you're now fully committed and you'll find yourself there, because that's honestly how I started doing it from the beginning. So yeah, that's my biggest tip, you guys. And if you do want to go extreme because you find yourself being very disciplined and you feel like you can be committed to something, then I definitely suggest join a challenge like how I did with Katie's. You don't have to do obviously Katie's, you can do anybody else's challenge. There's so many other fitness inspirational people, like Mossy also has her own challenges. Yeah, that's pretty much my only tips for those that are just wanting to start out. I think that's it, you guys. Honestly, there's nothing more to it than just that. If you guys do want to reach out to my coach, because I know that obviously she's always taking in new clients, you guys can reach out to her, DM her if you guys want a specific meal plan made just for you. You guys can use also my coupon code, which is Yasmin10. That is an affiliate code. And also if you guys also want to get the protein coffee with the shirt, of course, that's also affiliated, but I'll have a link down below for it where you guys can check out my bundles, or if you guys just want to buy just the protein coffee, you guys can just use the code Birdie. To tell you guys now the big obviously difference other than just picture comparison, my weight stayed about the exact same. I think I only went up like just by a little bit. Stayed exactly the same, which is crazy to me because obviously I am hitting my goal that I want. And then as far as inches goes, I lost 2 on my stomach, which was my little belly, and that really went away. My arms slimmed down. I think it was just like ½ an inch on each side. And then my legs, my booty, that grew, which was, I was like, so that made me really happy because obviously that was one of my main goals, try to grow the booty. So it only went up by literally like almost an inch, not really, but I'm glad it stayed the same, and my waist was starting to get reduced. And then my body fat percentage went down by like, I think it was 7%, something like that. So it was like crazy. But yeah, so those were my results, you guys. The last thing that I want to say is that I will be posting a lot of the workouts that I felt like truly made a huge difference in my body. I'm gonna be posting all of that on my Fit Birdie Instagram, so if you guys want to follow me there, I'm gonna have a link down below. But pretty much a lot of the workouts that I'm also gonna be posting there are ones that I used to always do and that I would always find that would be helpful. So anything like that, I'm gonna be posting it obviously on my Fit Birdie. And also let me know if you guys want for me to post like my everyday meals. I know you guys have been requesting for me to do like what I eat in a day and stuff like that, but honestly it gets kind of like repetitive, to be honest. So that's why I'm kind of like, do you guys really want to be seeing that all the time? But I mean, I am happy to do any videos that you guys want. So if you guys want to know what I eat in a day or any other fitness stuff, let me know in the comments down below and I would be happy to film those videos for you guys. But yeah, so anyways, that is it for this video, my loves. If I forgot anything, it's gonna be in the description box or in the comments. Other than that, let me know in the comments down below also if you guys have any other questions that maybe I just completely forgot, or I don't know, you know, so just let me know. I'm gonna be answering as many questions as possible. But that is it for this video, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also so you guys can be part of the Birdie family or the Fit Birdie family, don't forget to subscribe. You guys know that I love it when you guys tell me your guys' story that you guys found my channel or something. So if it's because of fitness, that is gonna make me so happy. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye. Ya se me hizo bien difícil todo este video. Look at this, guys. Look at them. Hi, Bella. Hi, Chapito. What are you guys doing on my robe? Oh, what do you want? Of course, follow. Oh. Ya te vi, ya te vi. No le ladres, mamá. No le ladres. Me estoy muriendo.